Hello and welcome. Today we're actually building a very cool platform, and it's one of those like a world site, right? And I'm just going to demo it for you guys to see. So now we basically have this little big title, and then we have this marquee kind of slider, right? And then if you see when I actually over the name, we basically have some pointer. We're actually using the Aceternity library to handle this. And then we have a different section which has to do with a laptop and so when I scroll down, it's going to pull out. So this is actually a separate component we have available within the Aceternity UI, which is very cool. And also we're actually running a couple of other animations using using Figma motion. So you can see now we have the title, and then yeah, so we have the different features here coming in as expected. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to refresh this and scroll down. You can see the way they basically animated in. So we're actually using variant to to explain this, right? And then yeah, so I'm just going to show you exactly how all of this basically paste together later in the lesson, right? So I'm going to scroll down a bit. You can see we have the section, nominee section, right? So then we have this card section. If you did notice something about the cards, you can see that they staggered in. Each of the corner basically just starts, staggered in, and which is very cool to be honest. And this is something that we will be building. And also with the title, it's animated. And let's go down. So then we have the market section. So we have the creators section. So within the creators section, this is very cool. We have some sort of, custom carousel here. So I'm just going to move it around. So yeah, this is actually a custom carousel we actually using, I think we're using Shadcn here to basically build this component and how to make it as custom as possible, which is very cool. And the same thing, you can just move it around. This has been moving around with my cursor, and you can see it's actually working as expected, right? So then we have a different section that shows still part of the creators section, right? Just give some stats about the courses and so on. And also we have this other section that just shows like share your work and be a member. And finally we have the footer, right? So this is actually everything that we'll be building. And yeah, so one thing I would do is to basically show you guys how this will be on the mobile screen. So I'm going to take this here, minimize this, take this off, and minimize this, right? So take this at the middle. So you can see on the mobile, we're going to have something like this, right? So we still have our component from Aceternity UI, right? And then we basically have all of our components still coming in as expected. You can see they are all mobile responsive, which is a huge deal. And then these are our cards, different cards, looking good on mobile. Okay, this is the market section. So with the different cards as well. Exactly. So we have our carousel, which still works on mobile. They can just swipe it to left or right, which is still very functional. And then scroll down, the same thing with the second one, the same thing with the third. So you can actually add as numerous images here as possible. I'm just using one image for the three, one set of images for the three. So you can use like custom or stuff like that. So then we basically still have this part, we have this part, we have this part, and then we have our card for the share your work and be a member part. And finally, this is exactly how the footer looks like, right? So this is the footer section, right? Yeah. So yeah, this is actually what we'll be building, and then yeah, let's get right. All right. Yeah. So we're just going to proceed with the other sections we have. So I think before that, I just have to close this up, right? And yeah, so let's build the learn from section. Let's see how this goes, right? And yeah, so the way this is going to be, we already have the component, if I'm not mistaken. Go to source, go to component sections, and this one. All right, so yeah, first things we do, we'll modify this to section. Okay, so now I think this header has been used like twice, right? And we have like lots of data in there. Okay, so just right, it's gonna be an array of object. This we have, this will be for the title. So the first one there is Academy, and the other one is this. Just gonna copy it and paste it right in here. All right, so now we basically have the title and then the subtitle or the little description right beneath it. And I think what is left is for us to, style this properly, then move on to the cards. Right, so the card is quite a lot, but we'll see. All right, so let's see. Oh, we could have used one component for this one. This choose from whatever. So let's see the ones we have so far. Okay, yeah, it's okay. We can just use a copy of the existing one, so it's fine. Yeah, so let's see what we have. That's Academy, learn from. So let's see the style of this one. I guess it's gonna be 14, definitely. So we have a class name. So text 14 and test custom dark. Right, yeah, so let's talk about this one. This is 50 and it's bold. And the color needs to match. Good. And on small mobile though, on the small screen, we have to make it like a little bit smaller. Let's try 3 rem. Then 2 rem. Good. Right. And maybe leading can be very small. We can do 7, 6. Let's do 8. Very good. And on desktop, on the other end, or on medium screens, like this one, so we have to make it a little bit. Leading is just going to relaxed. See how that is. Okay, let's do it tight. Good. Yeah, so we can work with that. So that works for both the last screen and other screens. So I assume LearnFrom was supposed to be a different component, so we should be having some spacing. Don't know why we are not having those. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's supposed to have something something similar like this in here. Exactly. Good. Let's go. So now let's build up the card. So we're going to call this the LearnFrom card. And what we do, we're just going to go into components folder, go to cards, and we'll define the LearnFrom card.tsx. Right, so in here we're just going to basically add all the relevant stuffs we'll be needing, and the way that will work will be very interesting, I think. So we have some icons. I just hope those are actually in the images actually. Alright, so let's define our props. So we have the interface, props, and what else is first we need the image, which is a string. Then we have the title, which is a string as well. And then we have the subtitle, definitely a string. And here we have the author name. Right, and yeah, so the crazy part has to revolves around the amount, because we have amount in two different stuff, like there's a value, there's a cent, there's a value, there's a cent. What kind of amount is that? I have no idea. So so what I think I would do is very tricky. Alright, so we basically have to specify these values differently. Good for us, they are all the same, so we might not really have enough. Okay, so let's do, okay, so we want to do large value, or large will not make sense, so we have to do red. Let's do red var. So red var, red top var. So we'll do the same thing for a black. Okay, so we have the black and the black top var, and then we have the interest rate, and yeah, so we have the interest rate, so it may be a string. Right, yeah, I think this is actually it. This is the data structure for the amount and the total students. So, okay, copy and do total students string, and likes number, score number. Okay, so I think that works. Yeah, so for the most part that should just be it, right? Alright, yeah, so let's try to do the LearnFrom card, and yeah, so let's get into it. And I think the first things first, I need to, basically worry about how everything is positioned. Okay, of this, maybe I'll pin this, and just close out the rest. Now we're good. So now there's something that we want to build, right? And the way this works is we basically have a container here, and we have an image, we have some divs. So we're going to just have something similar to this, all right? So this div will be responsible for the image on top. So here we can do img, sorry. So img with the source, and here we can destructure all of this. Is quite a lot, but I think we can just paste everything here. So let's grab all of them again. Turn that to a comma. Same here. Same there here, something like that. That is faster. So this would be the image, and the alt can just be, maybe that's the course banner. Good. And once we have the image, we can come in here and do rounded. Let's see the roundedness. Okay, let's click on that. Fortunately, we're not seeing anything, which to me is very weird. Okay, so we can do one rim to mimic that. So you can do rounded one rim, right? And one other thing I think is very relevant to mention here is that we can later have an absolute element here. So this would be very much relative, and this absolute element will contain the play button, right? So that should be available in /images/ Okay, so we're going to scroll down, and we should have play. Underline. Oh, LF play button. Nice. So we have LF player icon. Yeah, with a PNG extension. Good. And this is just going to be the play button. Okay, turn this to a lowercase. Alright, so we have the play button. This will be absolutely positioned. Right. Okay, so we'll definitely just modify all of this later on. Doesn't really matter at this stage. So one other thing we'll do is we'll check the sizing between the left part and the top, which is like 30 pixels. So we can do 30 pixels. Good. So now we need the title, and at the same time we need the subtitle. Okay, so the title styling is 21 pixel and it's bold. So very good. So the subtitle can be around 13. Okay, so distance between here and here is just 8. So why here and here is like 30. Very good. Or we can just put it on top. Good. So now we need the separator. Now, separator is from the UI separator, and we need 2 of those. And within it, we can do this one, right? So we create a div here. So we create one beneath it. Good. So in this first div, we have the by author, okay. So we could just wrap this in its own div so that we can control the positioning. And then we have all of this. So I think these and these will be in their own separate divs. 1, 2. Yes, so for the first, we need the ready value, right? Red value. Okay, so I think we normally have the superscript component. Not sure if it's still valid, by the way, to be honest. Used to be a valid HTML component. Maybe I'm just getting old. I don't know again, but we're gonna just use a p tag to achieve that as well. So this one will be red value or red top value. Red top value, very good. And everything here, we're going to have a text custom red. Custom red. And also this basically have a little bit of icon. Let's see if I can copy that. Okay, so we could just do and an apostrophe there. So let's type the big one. So that's 27. So the weird part is this is not really bold. I can see regular there. So I can do text. Yeah, so now we need to like position this on top, right? So then we will just use flex here, flex, and we can have flex start. Maybe gap of 3. Very good. So okay, so but this one will be custom dark and okay, so this will be black value and black top value, and this basically has a couple of other things, right? So if we just put this in a div and obviously put this one there, the top value, and within it we will just have interest rate, then we have DTO, Okay, so then we need the $sign. Okay, or we can put it in a span of its own, so we can add appropriate margins and size. So it has like 15 pixel, and yeah, so that is good. We just need a way to make sure that everything is still as good as expected. So the distance between this and this is like 35, 34. So what I'm going to do is to so we can do that. Okay. Oh, that's what it's up. The right though is 30. So py okay, I will keep it responsive, and yeah, we basically have a lot here. Well, I don't know how it will turn out, but while we're still deliberating on that, we can as well just add the last element, right? So each of these will be a separate div of their own. So we have 4 of them. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And the first div, we have the title. All right, and then we have the data students. Okay, so we'll give this so the same styling as this, I think. I'm going to grab everything. Okay. All right, so let's do the same thing for the likes. So then we need to worry about this one, and this one is just, we should have alright from Lucy React. So the one in between, we just have to, worry about it a bit. So we have 2 divs. So this one can be score. Score, we can just put in our score. over 5. Very good. So I want to make sure that this is flex, and maybe give a gap of say 2. And one other thing we need is this shape, right? This one. So I'll just export it. Yeah, so in cases where you want this to be dynamic, you might want to like create a separate component for it and just import it in with some loading values and percentage and progress and so on, right? But for this lesson, I'll keep it as is and just call this the yellow progress. Okay, so the distance between the yellow progress bar and the actual text is like 12, right? So that's like 12 pixels. So we can just do very good, and I think that should be good for the most part. So the color here is this one, so let's do that. Very good. Okay, so that's quite a lot. So one other thing with the progress bar we've not adjusted yet is the coloring. So I'm just going to do adjust the border color. So I'll copy all of this and replicate it with the one we have on top, right? Yeah, I think that's quite a component. A lot of things we didn't. So yes, I think at this stage now we just have to look into using it. Let's see how it looks like before modifications. Right, I'm just going to close all of this up. Go here, go to app, go to component first, sections, and here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab all the content or the data we'll be needing. So in this case it's going to be image. So let me grab all this from the card, so I'll paste it in here. So here, okay, so let's fill them up one after the other. So this is going to be slash images, then slash so this should be lf_1.png if I'm right. Let's make sure that is correct. Okay, we have 1 to 4. Good. Okay, so the title here is this. Okay, so this is the author name. So the red value is actually 59. The one on top is 99. The black value is 9. The one on top is 99. The interest rate is 84%. And total students is 2.4k. Likes is like 31. And the score is 4.8. Alright. Yeah, so let's grab the rest. Just going to make a copy of this, paste it in here. So this is going to be LF2, and the title should be slightly different. So the subtitle so this is the author, right? I think the pricing and the scores basically just remain the same, except total student, which is 2.3. So the likes here is 82. Yeah, the rest are pretty much the same. Good. Let's go out to the third one. Just gonna grab everything and paste it in here. And the image part is going to be the third. So I'll grab the title from here. And grab the subtitle. And there's the author. Okay, so the price everything stays the same except the likes. So the likes now is 3.7k students. Oh, sorry. The likes is 3. The students is 3.7k. The likes is 96. So with this thing on the other end is 4.7, which is the score. Right. So I'm just going to copy this again. So it will be LF4, right? And introduction to UX design. Yeah, so this will be introduction to UX design. And this on the other end is the subtitle. So this is the author, Ethan Parry. So this is 4.9 score. Likes is many, 753. And student is 24.3k. Right, 84% in interest rate and so on. Yeah, I think that's all the data we need. So with this now, so let's look through this and use it to create our form. So in my deal, what we're targeting is this section. So let's have it. So then let's do course index. So now what we're returning here is the card. So we can just return the LearnFrom card. So we'll spread through the course and we'll specify the index as a key. So let's remember to import this. Okay, so let's make sure everything is still in order. Yeah, so let's put it likes in this call. We can put out a string, doesn't matter much. Yeah, so yeah, let's see what we have. Okay, there we go. Well, actually I have it all scattered. Alright, that's not bad. So what we are going to do though is to try to fix it one point at a time. So we're going to go through the code and let's fix the first one. So the rounded for the images is mostly for the top, rounded top. So the background of the card is, I think, white. So we have a beachy white there. Okay, very good. And so all these ones need to be flexed. They need to be in one line, I think. Yeah, they are in one line. So let's fix that. Okay, so we have the by, and yeah. So gap 3, and so 84% or whatever value that is needs to be on the same line here with this one. So let's do flex. Oops, not really. So flexing that gives it that kind of thing. Okay, so that means that's not true. Okay. So you can do flex like that. Very good. Gap 2. Good. So now we need to make sure that the dollar sign is way bigger. 15, font medium. 15 pixels looks very small. I know why that is. Theorem. That will push the 99 down a bit. Yeah, which is not needed. Okay, so I will need to break it down like this, right, so that we don't know what we have that really makes sense. So we have 9. Oh, the spacing between the 59 and the 99. Well, that's not bad, to be honest. Let's do 2XL and see. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so the spacing between the dollar sign and this one needs to be studied. Let's do ML2. Very good, something like that. Good. Let's reduce the spacing between 9 and 99. Yeah, between 9 and 99. Maybe gap 2. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Good. All right, so let's look more into the most serious part of this cards, and that has to do with the sizing. Yes, so okay, so these images need to basically like extend to the end of it, so we need a way to make that happen. That's going to be very stretched. So what I do suggest is in here, flex column, cap 8, md flex row, and let's just see what we have for now. Almost, but not there. We still have some spacing issues on some side, except we want to give a maximum. We can't really give a maximum width, right? And that would be very weird. So we don't want to give a maximum width to the cards. That will make it really inconsistent. And okay, so maybe we can do, okay, where is my editor? Freaking editor. Okay, all right, good. So now what we want to do here is we need to make sure that, we don't have this kind of issues, right? But before that, I think I will just, use a grid layout. So let's do grid columns 1 and grid columns 2, grid columns 4. Yeah, something like that. So this is responsive, I know. Right, I'm just looking for a way to make sure that when it's on a large screen, everything is taken care of. Oops, so I think Grid just fixed it. You can see now there's no excessive margins on the right. Oh, I think that just got fixed unknowingly. Actually, I wasn't fixing that, I was fixing the responsiveness part. Oops, that's so nice, to be honest. All right, so the only thing remaining, I think, is for us to add a proper spacing between here and here, which is like large, 102.10. Right, so let's do that. Maybe for medium devices, let's do MT16 for mobile. Let's check it out. Let's check this on an actual mobile. Very good, coming in as expected. Okay, one thing I want to do though, I want to position the play button properly. I just used some random values before now. So let's say it needs to be well centered. Okay, let's go back to learn from code, and our play button is here. So I think from the top is too much. We can do 35%, something like that. So let's see. In here is between the guy's end and the biceps, right? So let's see. Biceps, okay. I was a little bit skewed. So let's try to fix that. So push it to the right a little bit. So left is going to be 42. Very good. And now it's between the biceps and the actual hand. Okay. Yeah, something like that. So in here it's well fitting. In here is well fitting. In here is actually removing around the guy's mouth. Good. Something like that. Very good. So I think that is very close to perfection, right? So yeah, we basically have this section now. And oh, there's one thing we didn't account for, and that is the I think normally they call it whatever, right? So it's the badge, right? So this will make us to obviously include the badge property. Do as badge. So you can come in and do, so it's completely optional. As badge, so by default is false. So as badge is absolutely positioned to the stuff. So I think we'll put it in the same location as the play button. Right, so it's easy that way. So we're just going to do maybe this last one. As badge will be true, then we'll come here and play around with it. Okay, so we'll put the image right within it, and it will be LP badge, if I'm correct. LF badge, all right, good. So we don't care about the class. Badge. Top 0. Let's test that. Oh, I see. Then don't forget the absolute. Very good. And the badge now is like half white, half the plain background and half the image. So that's the positioning. So I would do that. So top can actually just be 16 minus 16. Let's check that out. Okay, too much. Minus 10. The 10 is like theorem. Let's do theorem. Okay. 3.5. Good. So it on the right, spacing between here and here is 99 pixel. Yeah, we have to reduce it a bit. Let's do it to 9. Okay. Yeah, so I think that should give us a better idea of how the badge looks. Let's check it on mobile. It's looking good. So maybe in large device we can enable it and just disable it altogether in, it's going to be hidden and large block. So medium device like this we might not need it. So but for large devices it makes much sense. Right. So yeah, we can do that. So okay. Let's go. There's something I need to do here. So large can be 3 actually. You can do extra large 4 to prevent some conflict. Oh, this is already extra large, which is very weird. I see. So if that's the case, we can take it off. So this is medium and this is large. Okay, so what I think for us not to have, an issue like that is we need to define like a minimum width to the cards, right? So let's see. So we can do minimum width of 330. Let's try that. Yeah, I should be able to save us from those nonsense. Yeah, so 250 or let's do 270. Oops. It does help, but not really. So this is one way we can do it, or smarter way would be to put all this into, column view. Oh, it's already column view on mobile. So yeah, min width should be a very good way to do this. This is the last thing we need. The overlapping is crazy. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so let's do flex. Okay, so I think one good thing I did notice is when you specify flex, it kind of, put it right within it. But the problem with that now is that we still need to Okay, so let's try that. That's not good. It's tricky. Maybe I'll just do flex wrap. Doesn't really work since we're using the grid. Yeah, since this is, to be honest, it's good to just have like 3 in the, in terms of largeness, I think. So we could do that as an extra step. So yeah, come here and just do 3. That will be very safe in terms of responsiveness. So if you come in here and keep reducing, everything is still, not really, it doesn't really help. Okay, so let's undo. Yeah, so in cases like this, it's so annoying. Okay, so what I would do now is I need to define some sort of, screen sizes. And I only want to display 4 if it is this wide, right? So let's do, else it's going to just be 2. Yes, let's go. Let's check the size now. Okay, that's 1903. So we can do it like 19 upwards. Yeah, so anything 19 upwards, we can keep it at 4, right? So let's do that. Okay, so I think I'll just have to check this out and get back. Okay, so I think what I just did, I just searched around and I said that we can use this to obviously define some arbitrary breakpoint, right? So let's do that now. Just gonna copy that and go to our Tailwind config. So in here, there's screens tab under theme. Theme should be able to have the screens. Oh, we don't, so let's define ours. So we're going to copy the entire screens object and paste it right within here. Right, maybe command there. Find out. Do the screens inside of the theme. That's weird. Oh, we already have screens here, which is very weird. Okay, so we can just have this. Sorry about that. So in my own case, it's going to be 3XL. Okay, why are we having all these issues? So let me undo. Just gonna copy this, paste it here. This will be 2XL. And at the same time though, we need, just gonna refresh this. Okay, good. Need to start my server. So stay compiling. Yeah, so whatever we do here can just be 1.9. I hope it works without having to recompile. Good, good, good. So okay, so let's go here. Sections and 3 Excel. Don't know if that is a thing. So weird. Oops, that's not working as expected. So we have screens on that theme, right? Okay, so we have theme, then we have screens. Theme, and we should just have screens. Let's go in here, check again. All right, the only problem I think we'll be having with this is the fact that, you know, there are other values not accounted for, right? And they include all of this. So let's paste it in. And let's see how well this works. I hope it works really. Okay, let's go. Good, good, good. Very good. Very good. As expected. So if it's that big, it's just going to be, if you don't have like a super wide monitor, it's just going to be 2. Yes, it's going to be 2. And yeah, we're going to hide the tag. Yes, already added. So this is really needed for 3XL. If you go like this, it's hidden. Oh damn! The only problem we might be having is the spacing in between. Can we make it grow? Let's see if we can do that. If we can't make the image grow, that's going to be a very big problem, to be honest. Oops, we cannot do that. Let's try with full. Okay. Could it be because of the flex specified here? This is very tricky. It could have worked if we made this image the background. Yeah, that could have worked. What do you think? Should we make it a background? This is tricky. So what I think we do, we can revert back to what we have before. And just do edge. Yeah, that should cover the gaps. Way better, way better. Okay, so I think with this it's okay to leave it at that. So let's fill this part. So all we need there is just this component. So we're going to search for it now, and yeah, there we go. So this is it, I think. I think we have this one. So the text here is choose from over 100 courses. Going to make this a little bit bigger. 100 is actually strong, so let's just span. So on board view, this will be View Academy. All right, and yeah, so let's see what we have so far. Okay, let's worry about the distance between here and here. 111. Yeah, we could just use what we have before. Section. So I just do empty. Good. All right, very good. So now we have to prepare for this other section. Very similar with this, I think. We're going to be using, similar components and stuff. Right, and good. This is coming together. Very good, very good. Okay, so it's time to build up this part. It's very similar. So we'll build his own card. So his own card is going to be called the marketplace card. And I'm just going to I'm going to duplicate this. Here you see we have the marketplace card. And what else? So if you take a look at this, you see that the sections are obviously the same. So just going to grab everything here and put it on the, but before we do that, it's already done. we just have to paste it there. Very good. So here will be market, and all of this, whatever will be this, and so the images or the data is something I'll worry about. But before that, we have like view product. The other one was not view product actually. There wasn't anything like view there. We'll have to modify the card in a way. Alright, so let's see. Okay. Please browse specially. And then we have the view market. So we can break it down in marketplace. Okay, if we want from structures, we can break it down from length from there. Very good. Very good. Okay, so now the thing though is for us to be able to put in the right images and the data. Alright, so let's do that. So I think before I would need to know the differences between both cards, right? So let's get the differences right. Okay, so not so much information on the bottom, just view product. Oh, marketplace. It's actually marketplace. Okay, so let's check the code. Yeah, so we don't really need all of this. And then we just need from just a single value. Yeah, so let's take all of this down, and let's do this. So we have the from, and then we have this will just be the amount. Yeah, so take all of this out. Okay, so let's fix the amounts in. So that should be 19, 19, 98, 59, 49. Okay. Good. Good. So one thing I think is missing is the other namings. Right. So let's grab the images, right? LF. Oh, this is just going to be M. Very good. So we just have to update the title and the subtitle. It's best to just copy it, to be honest. Not a fan of typing things out. So the author here is this guy. Okay, so we just have like digital product launch through as a title. Good. So also here, I think. That should have been the second one, though. So if it says startups, so we can put it here. And auto enhanced. Oh shit, that is not right. This is the third. This is the second, yeah. Now this is the third. What the heck is going on? Huh? Okay, this is it. No, this is the third. It's really annoying, to be honest. So this is the third one. We just right. Then we have the enhanced. Good. So the last one we have this. So yeah, good. So let's see. Okay, good. As expected. Okay, so I think that is that for this section. Right. Yeah. So we just want to. We'll move on now to building the creators part. Right, and yeah, we'll get back into that. Okay, welcome back. So yeah, what we're interested in is this creator section, right? So we have some cards here, 1 2 3, and yeah, so we have underneath it a couple of other stuffs, right? So what we want to do is to be able to build out all of this in a very nice manner. So I see this gives the vibe. This gives the vibe of the nominees, right? So we're going to use the same component in creating those. So what I'm going to do now, just going to close out on a lot of things. Go to nominee section, and I need to grab the heading. I think this one. So I want to go to now the creator section and just paste it in here. So this is going to be section, by the way. So here is going to be directory, and we don't have, we do have some absolutely positioned element, but what's important here is the creator's title. So put that in there, and what we need here is a star icon. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so start a PNG. Okay, and then lastly we have active creators in your country. We put that in there, and boom, let's see. Okay, so we have to push this around a bit, maybe push it down and to the to the right a bit. So let's do that. So you can see we have bottom 4. Just going to do bottom 0 here. Okay, maybe right 10. So write minus 20, minus 16. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Good. Okay, so let's see it on a small screen. Yeah, this should only be relevant in 3XL screen. Good. So on normal screens like this, we could have that, but in large screen, we should be able to have something like this. All right. So the next thing we might be having will be this section, right? So we basically have to build out the card. So this will be creator card 1 and this one will be creator card 2. So it's just going to go inside the cards. Let's close all of this. Source components cards. Okay, so let's worry about, card 1. So we'll define the interface. So we can have like an image array. Okay, so we can have the 1, the 2, and the 3. So we just modify this to 2, and lastly we have the third one. So that would be our images array. And what next? We have a title. We have a subtitle. Day and website and awards Okay, so well, this is actually an array of string, right? Good. We have all the props. So now we need to be able to build out. So first of all, let's grab the background. So we need some sort of carousel or slider. Let's search React. Okay, so before we say this, I think Shadcn has a kind of cool component for carousel. Let's check it out. Very good. So this is something that I think we might be really interested in. Yeah, so this is about something we need, right? If you notice, what we have, you just have like the indicators at the bottom, right? The indicators, we can use this as the indicator. Good. Okay, so we're gonna scroll up and just use this basic setup. So first of all, let's install it by using this command. It's going to duplicate. Okay. Yeah, so that installation is going to start, and we're going to need all of this. Okay, good. So the avatar is this, and we'll specify our out. As the avatar, and then we'll put our cursor right here. Good. We'll modify this a bit later on. And oh, we need cards. Not sure why we need cards though. Yeah, can as well just take that off. Good. And what else? We have these little indicators which we'll create when we are setting up the carousel. And This is just going to be the image array. Yeah, we'll come back here, no worries. So here we should be able to have the text. We don't need the subtitle. You can take that off. So just title should be fine. Okay, so I think lastly we have this one that consists of the website as well as the number of awards. Okay, so the other part of this has to do with us styling everything, right? And let's grab the space in between here and here. It's like 30. Bottom is 60. Okay. So that will be text white and also with the crafted. So font bold and so this would be the font size. Good. And border. So border white 30. Okay. And 15 pixel padding side. Let's say the text size 09, so that's 20. So we have to align this properly, right? And here we can take what we have to the left and the other one to the right. Alright, so what I can see, I think we can just do flex here and justify between items and, because this is actually on the baseline compared to this, right? So they are both on the baseline, to be honest. So yeah, the website part. So this one will be the website. Let's see the website color. Yeah, it's actually white. Right. Okay. So let's see how well we can position all of this. It was section. Right. So let's grab all the informations we'll be needing. Okay, from the creator card, we have all of this, paste it in there. So, images. Slash we have the avatar, right? So this is going to be C_A_1 PNG. So this is C1. Let's do C2. The title here is crafted. Day in this little card is 09. And this is the website right there. 3. So there's the title, and the day is 5/9, and this is the site. What we have here is 54. We have it there, and the day 76, words, and that is the site. Okay, good. we spread over the props in, and we pass the index as key. All right, let's see what we have now. Right. Okay, that's our carousel. Not looking bad. So we need an avatar. So we'll be using, Shadcn avatar. Just going to duplicate this and avatar here. Good. Now we need to build this carousel to, to match our image. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're going to create our own indicator, custom indicator. And this thing is not loaded. Okay. Another thing we'll check, we'll see if there is a play attribute, so that we can just, for it to auto play basically. And yeah, I'm just going to open that up and check. Oh, good. We have to look through. So you're going to peg that to the carousel instance. So that should be able to loop through it. Let's see if it loops. Maybe that's not what loops mean. Oh, loops mean never ending. Well, I think I need autoplay. Oh, there it is. Do we need an autoplay? Oh, okay. For this, we needed to add this plugin. I see. Okay, so let's do that. So we're now going to import that here. We add it to the carousel instance. Well, I'm going to refresh that. Okay, I said functions can be passed to client component. That's weird. Like that. Well, let's check this out and see. Let's check that out. Still the same error for some weird reasons. Right. Let's expose it. No, that is weird. Let's check the code. Oh, okay. Yeah. The implementation is basically differs. Just going to undo that. Yeah, so have this defined. So that means we have some reference. So use ref and okay, we have to just pass plugins in. Let's try this out. Oh, we have to mark this as a client component. Okay, let's refresh that. Alright. Good. So it's really moving, which is a good thing. this will be C3 and C2, then C1. Good. That is the behavior. Very good. Okay, so we have the autoplay feature, which is perfect. And we just need a way to be able to create our own, custom indicators. So let's work on that one. Okay, so previous and next. Yeah, so I think I just need to listen to an event. Okay, we have set count. Okay, let's take the event section, which is this. Basically have all of this. Okay, we have set API. Could be a better way. Like tracking the current state. So I'm just going to check around and look for a way to grab the current element, right? So I don't know, maybe we can attach the onChange handler here and just do onChange. onChange doesn't do anything. And that's weird. Oh, that's nice. So basically we have the API section. There's a set API here. So we could use this to control what happens here in a slide. So if I move it, changes to 2, changes to 3, and so on. So this is the kind of function we want to achieve here. So let's see how we can do that. I'm just going to do all of this and paste it in here, not there, sorry, and then instead, so we have our use effect. I can take this out. Okay, so we have the current and then we have the count. Very good. So we are most, concerned about the current and not the count, right? So where are we setting API? Oh, to the carousel instance. That's nice. So you can remove the change there. Good. Okay. So now let's build our previous and next component. So this is the shape after the image. So we have the class there. This class is going to have a width and height of 8 pixels. Or a rounded full and text white, BG white, but 20 opacity. Okay, so let's try that and see. Strangely, I don't really see I don't see the box, the shapes, which is weird. Okay, there it is. Very good. So the length will be count. So what we'll do here is that if the current is equal to the index, this will be G white, Here's something like that. Let's see. So let's do index plus 1. Good. Yes, because I think it's actually indexed at 0, but if we do 1, it can be able to move swiftly, from one to another, like that. So yeah, we can be able to do something similar. So the spacing between is just 12 pixels. So let's do that, and I'm just going to do class flex gap 12 pixel, and the spacing between this and the actual image is 36. Make it a little bit smaller. Do 33. Good. Okay, very good. We got the carousel working. So now the main thing will be about, if you notice, there's actually a roundedness for the top left and the bottom left. Right, so very good. So now let's spread what we have. So the first will be between this one and this. So give that one a parent container of its own. And then flex. Okay, very good. So the card itself has like 57% in terms of padding. 57 pixel, not percent. Sorry about that. Okay, so that should be good. And I think there's some level of 8 pixel roundedness in the card. Very good. Okay, so the other one has to do with the title that we have. Even before that, there's one. All right. Then the works in D has to be text white. So this is rounded 8%. Eight pixel. I don't know why I keep saying percentage. What is pixel, to be honest? And the works and the number seems far off. Let's fix that. Don't need any margin top whatsoever. Okay, I think we're almost there. And the other thing is that this thing is towards the end of the image. So let's do that. Okay, this one. And justify end. Very good. Okay, so with what we have here, we can as well just, check the mobile part. It's not going to be a big deal, but we'll see. Looking good, actually. So yeah, so let's go to the card section. What I want to do here is we can do grid columns 1, with columns 2, we'll have 3. Let's do 3. Very good. So yeah, this person here, the leading, so we want to fix that in the title. Leading tight. Yeah, something like that. Good, good, good. Mobile, we have this. Yeah, between the works and this, specify some gap here, maybe 8. So we can just do P8 on mobile, or P4, to be honest. Very good. So now we've been able to, wrap that section in a nice format. And one of the things that we'll do now is to, okay, are we having errors? Oh, okay, these were previous errors. Good, good, good. Yeah, so let's check the spacing between here and here. It's 105. Should just do Good. All right, nice. So now we want to build the card number 2, right? And yeah, we'll just build this up in a bit. All right, so we're now set for the other card, right? And yes, I just need to like figure out, the data, and then I'll know what to do in terms of, the positioning and stuff. So, when I'm faced with issues like this, the first thing I do is to just go to the actual component, close out all of this, and go to card 2, which is empty. Good. So this section will actually be the, it's still part of the creator section actually. So, and there's going to be a subsection. We have this. It's going to be a subsection of what we have, and yeah, so you're just going to have like name in this component, this one, and so on. So yeah, I think we can just do that, to be honest. So what I can do in this case is to basically build out this component separately and reuse it, right? The other one I think is different is this one, but this and this are pretty much the same, right? So let's build out the first one, and the thing is, we can use the same card, but at the same time, this is very tricky, right? Because of the nature of what we have. Okay, we could use one card and just add lots of props to it. All right, so let's do that. Okay, so we're going to have this title only. Okay, or show title only, and then we can do show view. So let's define the interfaces at the top. So you can say interface. We have the show title only, which is boolean, is optional, and same thing applies for the show view. Okay, yeah, so then we can use it to control a lot of things. We have the data, right? We have the data, and then in some cases we have like avatar, we have a title or something. So we could do title string. We have the avatar. This is relatively optional, right? And then we have, this could just be a company name. This special file does not make much sense, so we can just do description here. Okay, which is optional, and it is really like come on. All right, that's fine. Good. So yeah, we can work with all of this and use those to draft everything we need. So title, avatar, description, then we have the iProps, here. So let's build out this one first. So first up, we need to use the Shadcn avatar. So we know, grab all of this and grab all of this. This will be our avatar. So you can easily extend this to avatar. So after that, we should be able to have a different div. So in this case, mine will have the description and int. Nominee underline. That's weird. Oh, nominees underline. This is it. So that makes sense. So we'll be using the same underline here, right? Okay, so the size is actually 19 pixel and description. This is a description, yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, I think that should be it, right? So this is only valid if we have like a description or whatever. Yes, we could so if title only, we just put the title. Ten pixel. So if we have a view, we need a way to basically do something else, right? So I'm just going to okay, so we have in button text here is view. So the height should be 40. So in show view, we want to display this button. All right. All right. Yeah. So now let's experiment with it and see what we have. So I'll just pin this one, close the rest, and go over to the creator section. So yeah, I think the title, it doesn't have a title. So, but it does have an avatar, which is slash images slash. So now go to public images. Let's grab the images in this section. Creator. So creator image. Let's see if this one makes sense. Oh, that's a guy, of course. Yeah, it does. So it's CL_1. Right. So this is the description. Show title only. First, show view. First. All right. So that should be reasonable. That's the first data. Yeah, so the same thing will follow for the rest, I think. We'll just change this one, we'll change the title. Okay, so yeah, this will be for the name. I can proceed onto the other ones. Profile, title, studio, and avatar, nothing, description, nothing. The rest can just be false, right? Studio, agency into 2 other places. Then we have the awards. Oops, the awards isn't been as this actually. Words, title 24, 27, 12, and 4, right? Good. And this is going to be category. So we could do profile, award, category. This will be our title and show view true. Show title only. Show title only is true here, so also with profile. Okay. Show view true. Right. Yeah, just do this into 4 different places. Good. Okay, so I think that we have all the data. We need to start fixing them in. Should be 14. Very good. So the spacing between here and here is like so let's do 50. Okay, so bring in the creator card to Okay, so we are not getting the CN part. Alright, let's say show title only is false. That's correct. Oh, okay. I'm supposed to render this part. This is the avatar. Then have avatar fallback. Let's see why the avatar is not working. Images /cl png cl. I'm gonna rename this. Just copy the name there and try again. Okay, so the int shouldn't be bold. Yeah, should be this only. So let's give it some gap. Very good. So there's some between here and here. Should be 8ish. Okay. Yeah, we go with that one. So let's see profile and so on. Nice. So the background though, it has to be not white, but I think just transparent. Remove the shadow. So with shadow none. Okay. Then border. Okay, so it's gonna be 0.5 rand. Good, good, good. So what we need to do is to spread all of this over. Right, let's see how we can do that. Go back to creator section, and in here we can do flex justify between well, let's try that out. Good. Very good. So these are how the components and it's coming in as expected. Right. If we feel like we want to add more space into it, we can. And the way we do that is within the creator card too. Right, let's see how we can add those spaces. Okay, so we already had a title, we got it. Okay, maybe the gap it here, we just change. Oh, that's between the title and the item. The item. Let's do gap 16. But this is not doing anything. That's weird. Oh, okay. Not there per se. Gap 16. So also here. I think. Okay. Not really. That's it. I see. Alright, yeah. I think something like that looks more like it. And we have the special offer all the way to the studio, agency, and so on. Right. And yeah, we're actually at the last stage, which is this part. So let's copy what we already have in nominees, I guess. And nominees is marketplace. So yeah, we can have that. Yeah, so marketplace section. So this is it. So we can just grab this one and reuse it in the creator section. Oh, one thing we must have been missing is that there is an arrow in between, right? So we've been missing that for quite some time. here there is an arrow right. So I'm just going to include this one into all of those are needed. And okay, nominate section, creator section 2, and put it in here. Good. So let's see. That should work now. Very good. So we have that as expected. So now we've actually come to the end of the creators section. So now we want to move more into share your work part. So we have to basically like create this card, and then we'll head straight to the, to the footer. So let's build out the share your work section from this side. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to close up everything we have so far. Right. I'm going to create a new card. This will be share your work card. Close this out. Go to source components cards. And going to be share your work card.csx. And there we go. Alright, so the props here, I'm going to define the interface. So here we have the title and we have the subtitle, I think. So I can just say, okay, so we could just do title. Okay, then we have the button text. Good. Those are all there is, right? And one good thing about this one is we're going to use background image to basically mimic, the actual image type, right? And yeah, so we can just do that. And we can just say, okay, you can come here and do background type can actually be 1 or 2, right? So you can put the props here, and we're going to destructure this this. Very good. So now what I want to do in this case is to work with the background. Yeah, so I'm just going to go to my tailwind.config, and inside of the extend block, I'm going to just add command there into background image, this one, and we want to specify the one we're interested in, right? So you can do URL, you can do /images/ so go to public, go to images. We're looking for this first one, that should be xw1 exactly. So we have the xw1.png, and you can do the same thing for the second one, but that will be xw2.png. Alright, so if we just do sw, so we can do class name, so background type, so say background type is equal to 1, we do bg sw1, else we do bg sw2. Very good. So now we are done with the background part. So one of the things that I think is relevant is roundedness. So we can select this and you see that it's rounded 18 pixel. So we had it right there. 16 pixel actually. 16 pixel. That's rounded. We have to spell it correctly. So this is rounded 16 pixel. And yeah, so we have the title, we have the subtitle. Subtitle now is 51 pixel. 51 pixel. And yeah, so the text is white. So share your work is, I think this should be text 14 exactly. Text white. And then we need our button. So the text here is submit. So we have to define our classes, import it first, main. Okay, so you remember we just changed the Tailwind config. We have to restart our server. Okay, there we go. So let's scroll to the bottom. So I think we'll have our button text here. Okay, good. Not perfect yet, but we could just do add some paddings to this. 64 pixel. So we just use 50, so it won't be too much. Okay, that's the little gap we have right there. And what is next is we go into the actual section. And all right, so we can bring this card and the data in. Okay, so let's have our data. So it's just going to be, quite a handful. So we have all of this. Just gonna grab them here and put them here. So the title here is like share your work, and the subtitle that I would copy. And the button text, yes, so I think we go with the first background, go with the second one. This one is be a member, and yeah, so the title or the subtitle, as the case may be. That's be pro. Go back to the cards, title, subtitle. All right, good. So in this card though, there is something I haven't done, and that's the fact that you can have a div here. So read our FAQs, and okay, so let's see. Try the alt here. Okay, so here we can bring our SharedWork card in, and we structure the props as well as pass the index, the key field. Alright, so let's import it. Number is now assignable to type 1, 2. Okay. This is your number, doesn't matter here. Very good. Okay, so I think their own something is different. This underline is a little bit different, so we can export this and use this instead. So export link. So you can come to public images, and I just want to put everything right within there. And there we have the underline. I think let's rephrase this. Very good. So we have that now. Looking good. Looking good. So yeah, so what we can do is to flexify this stuff. Sections part. So you can come here and do flex. Gap can be 8. Let's go on mobile. MD. Flex row. Okay. So yeah, we just want to make sure that they are both 50% each. So, and the way we normally do that is very simple. So you can come into the card and just allow it to grow. So you can do flex grow. That should allow each individual. Oh, this is actually flex element. Can move that. Okay, if we do that now, it's not growing. Okay, so let's go back and investigate why that is. With phone. Okay, so if we have like a kind of issue like this, it's very, very common, right? You can actually want to play around with the text and stuff. What I normally do, I just use grid, right? But you can modify the text so that it breaks at a point, right? Like the website. So here, right? So if we don't want that kind of behavior, it's just easy for you to use grid. So grid columns 1, grid columns 2. So that will actually just give you 50%, 50% each, right? So you cannot specify your gap. A gap between this and this is 20 pixels. You come here and say, okay, gap 20 pixels. So grid works best in situations like this and allows you to have that kind of, privilege. So just going to scroll down and to this part, I think. So yeah, scroll like this. Good, you can see how responsive it is. So one thing I will do, I want to make the text, the leading here is too much. I might want to just reduce it. So subtitle, you can do the leading tight. Very good. So leading tight should be able to put it in the right, reduce the size between it. And yeah, you can see how nice this component has turned out. And that's the way we do it, right? And I want to play around with the buttons if we want to make it specific, but I just think having the buttons with this kind of like height and width is not a bad idea. So let's do that. So I'm just going to do width, height. So width will just be, let's do 200 pixels for now, and the height can just be 70. See how that turns out. Oh, 70 pixel, not 70. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Something like that looks good. Okay, so now we want to move on to the last point of this lesson. And well, not really the last point, because after this section we may want to dig into the different variants we'll be using to animate what we have on the screen. So let's build a footer first, then we'll worry about that. So in this footer part, we're just going to use the the footer component. Going to remove all of this, close. So close this all out, and go to components, go to section, go to footer. Very good. So here we just change this to section. Good. And we want to be able to play around other stuffs, as required. So what are we needing? We can include, right? So these are just like some text here and there, right? Thinking of a very cool way to achieve all of this, to be honest. So we have a div, just have to close that up, and I hope we have footer logo.png. Okay, so let's see if we have any footer logo. I doubt, but let's see. Oh, we just have the logo.svg actually. Okay, so let's do logo.svg. Scroll down. Very good, it's coming in as expected. And we could do all of this and display them all using grid, which I think is even better, except the last one, of course. So we can just use grid to display those, and we need a component that that basically just renders all of those. Okay, so let's have our data. So we can use the grid to display all of this like one at a time or something, but we need a way to do categorize it. So it's just category 1, websites, then we have collections. Yeah, this is supposed to be an object. So C2, we have academy, then we have jobs. So C3, we have directory, and we have conferences. Right. Let's make sure everything is as expected. So now we have C4. So C4 is actually FAQs about us and contact us. So let's say something seems broken. Okay, so I think these are actually the things we need, to be honest. And we can build a very small component here to take charge of that. And I'm just going to call it an RSC. So we're not exporting, just a small component. Link. It's called link tab. So here basically going to take in the string. Item string. So yeah, what the item is just a small paragraph. Oh my god, I think this doesn't even deserve to be a component, to be honest. Alright, so we have the item. We just need to make sure that the font is bold, and This should be 14. Yeah, text 14. Text 14, very good. And the spacing, the MB full, like that. So yeah, so let's go down, and we want to be able to do all of this. So we can do data.c1 then map item index, then pack in the link in there, the link tab. Well, I think our own custom link. So we're not using link, by the way, with just a paragraph, but ideally you want to use the link there. So this is it. This is the component, index in item like that. And key can specify the index right there. So I think with this now we have a proper understanding of a couple of things. Let's check out what we have for now. So distance between here and here is like 60 pixels. So let's do that. Very good. So this will be 6 here. Set 3 and C4. Alright, so yeah, that's all that we have. So we can do flex. Alright, so that should be, fairly responsive now. Okay. Yeah, so the works part. Okay, maybe LG or extra large. Okay. Okay, yeah, something like that looks good. Okay. Let's do inline. Okay, so why that is because of the fact that it's having a flex container and all the elements will just be like that. So what I think we can do here is that I will leave it as is, which doesn't look good, right? On mobile list. I think it looks good actually. We can just centralize this one. Okay, so self center or self left. So let's assume that it has own flex. Now that's crazy. Still self center. Let's see how it is again. Self end. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that looks good. Yeah. Good. There we go. Okay, so the only thing left in the footer, not the only thing. We have quite a bit of things here. So this is like next conference section. So let's see if we can quickly build that out. Okay, so this is the background. And 32 pixel. Alright, so we do P. Next conference, calendar, icon. I don't know how good that is, but we'll see. So text and the underline, I think I did it before in what we just worked on. Share your work, share work card. Yeah, something like this. So in our case, it's just going to be Amsterdam. Amsterdam. And we don't need all of this. Okay, maybe we need a name on the line. So basically have flex. Cap can be 2. And let's see what we have. Okay, yeah, very similar, I think. We can make do with that. So the Amsterdam is custom dark. So the width can just be 40 pixels in width. Let's see how good that would be. Let's do 70. And I'm just going to do 90. Very good. So now we need to not do anything, but make sure that Amsterdam is bold. Very good. And also we can as well just do item center. Good. Rounded. So rounded here is like 8 pixels. Very good. Yeah, so I think the next one has to do with the dotted line. So let's see, we could export this. Okay, just the line actually. So this would be the dotted line. And I'm just going to put this within the images folder and extend it here. Right. We have all of this. Yeah, so we need the spacing from the top, which is 79, and bottom, which is 45. I just do 75, 45. Okay, so now we have items on the left and items on the right. So yeah, so we can now do the left. So left will be cookies policy, legal terms, and privacy policy. While right on the other end going to be the Instagram, all the socials, I think, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and finally TikTok. Not finally, not the list, now the list. Pinterest, however that is called. Okay, so yeah, we basically have all of these brands, right? And so yeah, with that we can just look for a way to display all of this, and most of the time that is going to be very or highly strategic. So the first div should be able to do data dot left map item index. So put the item right in there, and also pass in the index as key, right? This is going to be flex gap of say 8, and the flex row. And the flex row. Right, and yeah, so let's pair the flex correctly so that everything works. And also we'll be putting this same block into the right, and the only difference now is that we would have, like, before we have that, it's going to do this. We're going to have like connects, it's going to be both, and yeah, so we can now do flex for this. Gap can be 8 as well. Okay, very good. So now we can do flex specifying gap 8, and we want to justify between make sure that the width is full so it can go across. And there we go. So now we need to worry about the distance between the bottom, which is 120, and this line, which is 45. So margin top 45. Okay, we already have the, yes. Okay, let's go there. So yeah, margin bottom will be 120 pixel, giving us enough time to play around. So I think I would love to use paddings instead of margins in this case. They have similar behavior, but trust me, they are not the same. Alright, so yeah, I think that should do the same thing here. Alright, those are paddings, not margins. Okay, there we go, go. And then yeah, I think with that we are good. Let's check the mobile part. Yeah, so we only want to have this kind of behavior in extra large screens, right? So yeah, any other screen can just go down, right? And we need to give a max width to this part, so we can do MD. So max width can be 200 pixel. Okay, so we can do 250. Very good. Okay, something extra large. Very good. Let's check it on mobile. So yeah, flex row for medium devices. Very good. Oh yeah, so one thing I would add is to make sure that this thing has a minimum width. Right, let's go here. We can do max if we want. 260. Do 300. Okay, very good. Very good. So the next conference normally is in one word, maybe. So that's text 14. I'm gonna make it smaller, exactly. So I guess Amsterdam 2 is text 14. Right. Very good. Let's check it out mobile. Very good. So this spacing, we have to do something about it on a small screen. It's way too much. So small screen, I can just do PY8. Very good. Okay. Not there, by the way. I meant this one. Okay, so we have the here. Okay, this one too would be too much. Very good. The one on the bottom can be allowed. Okay. Alright, looking good as expected. Okay, so yeah, so I think with this we've come to the end of this section of the lesson. So the next part will be about us going through the different variants for proper animations, and yeah, I'll see you there. All right. So I think before now you must have already, taken note of how the platform is. So when you actually override the award, you see this little pointer element, right? So this is actually feasible using the Aceternity UI. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to explain to you the processes on how you can basically achieve this. And it's kind of straightforward, given that most of the time they just have this component you have to install and use, right? And then you can basically just have a minor setup. So now I'm going to explain to you how this thing works under the hood, right? And as I said before, there's actually not much of a difference, between the architectural pattern of Shadcn, do a little bit of difference. I will explain a bit, and Aceternity UI, right? So yeah, so now think of it this way: both Aceternity UI and Shadcn are actually extending from the Tailwind ecosystem, right? So Shadcn uses something called the Radis UI alongside Tailwind. It's just a wrapper around the Radis UI and Tailwind. Aceternity UI, on the other end, is a wrapper amongst a couple of things, right? But Tailwind itself is included. So now, when you want to differentiate between more of Shadcn and Aceternity UI, Aceternity UI is more of a wraparound Tailwind, but animated, but Shadcn isn't animated, right? So I think this gives you a little bit of background of how both of them extend from Tailwind and how they basically operate. But now, if you want to basically use a component from Shadcn, what you normally do is npx install or whatever, then the component name, as the case may be. So I'm going to show you an example now. Just going to go to one of the examples we have, right? So yeah, something like this exactly. So I'm just going to post this one there instead. So yeah, let me take this off. Just going to yeah, something like this, right? So this is exactly how Shadcn would operate. So also with with I would say with Aceternity UI. So if you want to install a package or you want to use some sort of component from Aceternity UI, you basically need to do run a command like this, right? But then there's a little bit of difference, right? The only difference between the Shadcn, the way it operates, and that of Aceternity UI is in Affinity, you basically have to copy, the components into your UI folder, right? So now, definitely within your components folder, just going to come here and say component, right? There's a UI folder. So whenever you do any installation using Shadcn, it's going to maybe you just install the avatar component. It's going to have this avatar component created within the UI folder, right? But with Aceternity UI, this is not the case. Um, I'm going to explain to you how this works because if you have a component in Aceternity UI, and for example, we're just going to put this side by side so we can understand what's going on, right? So I'm just going to grab the entire thing, put it the second part, and put this one in the first part. Good. Maybe I can close this a bit. Right, let's see. The idea is to make it, yeah, good. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so now look at the idea now. So the idea here is we have the component, we have the UI, and then we have the avatar. But in the case of Aceternity UI, for example, I go to components and I see lots of components that I like, right? For example, this MacBook scroll, I use it in the landing page, right? So I'm just going to click on it. I'll go to the code. And now, if you want the the MacBook scroll, what you have to do, there's no way for you to basically install it. All you need is just Figma motion and this stuff. But then you have to copy this code from this is the source code here. You have to copy the source code from from here and paste it within the UI folder, right? So in Shadcn, it's more like it's automatically created for you, but here you basically have to expand and copy and paste it within your UI folder. So that means in here, in the non-compiler library architecture, you basically have to install the component. But in the case of Aceternity UI, you don't need to even do this, right? So you just basically have to copy this within your UI folder, and that should be available, and then you can use it within your actual code, just like so, right? So yeah, this is actually the structure that I think the Aceternity team takes. I think that name is very difficult to pronounce, but yeah, I think that makes sense. So now this is exactly, I'm just going to be, explaining how you can basically set up your your Aceternity UI. So now think of it. We're going to just scroll. It's very simple for the most part. You can do the installation here, or you can just go to click on here, right? You can just see custom. This is how it starts, right? There's no big deal about it. Just like it's built on top of Figma Motion and Tailwind, right? These are like the two major things, and we normally use it using React and Next, so we know how that works. Yeah. So now we just go to custom component, not custom component that's paid for, right? Just go to components, and then you should be able to use this. So I'm just going to click on this. Just scroll down. Don't worry about it. So the very first thing you do, you're going to run this command, right? You're going to run this on your terminal. Just going to click on that real quick. Code paste. So this is the first command you run, right? So this will basically try to install everything needed for this specific, component you're interested in, right? You can do npm install Figma Motion, so on and so forth. But you will not be installing the actual component, right? So the actual component has to be copied from the source code, which I showed you earlier from here, and then you paste it within your UI folder, right? So as I said, it's more of mimicking the structure of non-component library structure from Shadcn, right? Because if you install anything from Shadcn, it goes straight to the UI folder, right? So I think that makes sense. And when you install this, the very next thing you do, you're going to expand this and copy everything. Copy it, and you want to take it to your, code or whatever. It will have to be in the UI folder. So I'm going to show you a snippet of my code. So here you can see the marble scroll. This is it right here with the exact name. It's under the UI folder under components, right? So this is in the entire code. So now the good thing is this code belongs to you. Everything here belongs to you. And you can basically just modify it just the same way you can do with Shadcn. You can modify it and just change the colors and do all those, advanced stuff. You don't need to depend on some API props, to be able to adjust those, right? So yeah, I think this gives us a better context on how well we can manage a couple of, of all of these components. So yeah, this is actually for the marble scroll. So I'm going to show you another example. And this one, you can see we have, when you get to our words and when you override, you see some name pop up and stuff. So this is only available in a separate component and is referred to as the pointer. So let me see if there's a way to search for it. Yeah, following pointer. So this is the component. So all I did was to come in here, do this installation. I already do this, right? So there's no point doing it again. So I just copied everything I have here, right? Everything I have there, and put it within the UI folder and call the file following pointer.tsx, right? So now there's other thing I forgot to mention. In your configuration file, your tailwind.config, so what you want to do is to add this block of code. So you basically have to, let me open it up. Tailwind, there we go. Okay, so yeah, from here you can actually see we added this block of code. It has the add variables for colors. Add variables for colors is just the same. So I added this, and also in your plugins tab. So your plugins should be under the under here. You have it here. So plugins, just add this one to it, which is add variables for colors, right? So these are the two things you basically need to set up. And most of the time, any component you're interested in, you will always see some installation guide right beneath here, which you can use to, to basically set this component up, right? Yeah. So I think this is how you can basically approach it. And just to mention, everything that is being done here is just wrap around, Figma motion and Tailwind, right? So you can actually, see in here they're using a couple of stuff, right? Most of the things are just Tailwind, related. You can see animate presence from Figma motion, right? So this is something I covered in previous lesson as well as this video. You can see that we are animating this div by passing in by using the motion.div, right? And then we can pass in the initial, animate, exit, and so on, right? Yeah, so I think with this, you guys have a proper understanding of how we can basically address all of this, which I see is a huge deal. And then we can always, play around with some of the configurations that we have available, right? Yeah. So just to recap, um, I said if you already know how to play around your way with Shadcn, you should be able to do the ACUI. ACUI just gives you the privilege to be able to play around with some level of animated component, right? So yeah, there are other components I forgot to mention. There are lots of them. So there is build. There's this one, Google Gemini effect. It's more like horizontal scroll, right? It's more like horizontal scroll. And then we have other ones, right? 3D effect, yeah, right. So I think this one I like this a lot. This is the animated tooltip. You might want to play around with that as well, right? And also, I think there are cool ones that I use the most. Yeah, I think there's not this one. So for the reason I don't just like it. Yeah, there's actually the lamp section, right? There's the lamp section, and yeah. All right, yeah. So you can see we have the lamp section. You can as well just play around with all of this. It's really cool, and most of the time it's just freaking animated, which is good. So I think everything about it is very good. Not all components you want to use, but some relevant ones are very well done, right? So I think in as much as I love the approach that it's taken, I think it's actually gearing towards having like custom ones that you have to pay for and stuff, right? I would love for things like this to actually be open source for the most part, right? But shout out to developers. It actually requires a lot of work to get this up and running, right? Yeah. So I think with this we've been able to explain to you the architectural pattern and how all of this basically just connect, right? So yeah.